ML Sports Take here, brought to you by RV Source of Central New York. You can buy, sell, and rent RVs, plus store yours and get the proper servicing in the off-season as well. RV Source of Central New York, the official RV center of the Platter, and we thank Rosie's Corner and Burn Dairy for their support of the Platter. Please like this video and subscribe to all of my channels and follow along. One thing, if you're feeling down and feeling blue about the New York Yankees today, you kind of have to remember is that this team has rebounded really all year. I mean, it's not like in some miracle kind of way or some historic kind of way, but they have rebounded. I mean, they looked flatter than flat against Kansas City in the first couple of games, and they got away with one of those because they won one of them, right? And then they closed out KC. I didn't think that they were even going to win that series. I predicted the Yankees to win the wild card this year and then bow out early in the playoffs, and I wasn't going to change that prediction, obviously. Throughout the year, they had a ton of regular season times like this as well. Think about the sweep at the hands of the Reds, right? I mean, Cincinnati pounded them, and they held the lead every single minute of that series. You look at bad performances against Boston, against the Mets, and against the Tigers, and the Yankees rebounded from that. But the big one was the ALCS against Cleveland, right, where the Yankees come back in unbelievable fashion. Game 3, they go back-to-back with Judge and Stanton. They get an insurance run, and they lose. But then they come back and win 2 games, and they win the ALCS. So we've seen it before. The problem is when you get down like this against the Dodgers, it's a different ballgame. So let's see if the Yankees can recover. I know a lot of people, including myself, have said, well, the one edge the Yankees have probably above all is that they have the starting pitching. But do you trust those guys really in the big spot, on the big stage? Do you trust them? Do you trust Carlos Rodon? Really, really trust over and over the Carlos Rodon, Luis Heel, Clark Schmidt? Like, I feel like everything, fairly or unfairly, you just go back to the 1990s dynasty where you're like, well, there's not a trust factor there. But look, not everybody's Jimmy Key or Andy Pettitte or El Duque or David Wells or eventually Roger Clemens. Like, they're not those guys, but you have that thought in your head, like, and then you waste the start by Cole last night as well. So that's just kind of where we are in this series, and we'll see if the Yankees can climb off the mat after a brutal loss last night. ML Sports Take brought to you by Western OTB, Batavia Downs Gaming, and St. Bonaventure University Athletics. Log on to GoBonnies.com, shop the apparel section, and get your ticket packages to head on down to the Riley Center this basketball season for both men's and women's hoops. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.